Hey there. So, as those of you who know me know, almost a month ago I turned the big 3-0, and I actually wanted to film this like either on the day itself or a few days afterwards. But those of you who know me also know that I'm the world's worst procrastinator, so I didn't really get around to it, but I did now, so here it goes. I turned the big 3-0. How am I supposed to feel about this? I don't know. I don't even know how I feel. I'm not where I wanted to be in life at this age. Not even close. But I'm also doing the best that I can with the tools that I have. I think that's probably the most that anyone can really ask for, can really aspire to. I've got my autistic spectrum disorder and I'm working through the internet doing IT work. That's pretty cool. It's QA, or testing. And let's see, what else have I been up to? Working on my album. It's had a few setbacks here and there, but it'll get done. The good thing is that I'm producing it independently, so I don't have a contract. That gives me a bit more flexibility. And let's see. I've been doing that. And I've been focusing on my work that I just mentioned earlier a bit more. So that's probably why you have not seen me post as many videos lately. Because I've been trying to work on that, trying to advance my career. So hopefully at some point I'll be able to make enough money to move out of Dad's house and get my own place, although I'll probably still come back here quite a bit because my studio's here and my lights and other hobbies here too. So even if I did get my own place, I'd probably be here a lot. It would probably be empty a lot of the time because I'd be here so much. So maybe that's not necessarily something that to be put on as much of a priority, although I do want to get there eventually. Now, what else have I been up to? I recently recorded some voiceovers for some stingers for a show on a pretty well-known radio station in the area. I don't know how much of that I'm allowed to talk about, and I don't even know that they're going to get used yet, but basically, and by the way, stingers are basically those short 10 to 15 second clips that promote the show. There's like a sound effect or a little skit or acting, and then I come in and say the name of the show, the name of the station, the time that the show's on. So if you live in the area, you may hear my voice on the radio. Again, all that is up in the air right now. It's unknown whether or not any of those will get used. Plus, I would say more, but I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about, so I'm just going to leave it at that and keep you on your toes, so to speak. Maybe you'll hear my voice on the radio. And the other thing that I've been doing lately is I had some ideas kicking around in my head for video games. And I have like one idea in particular for an epic, awesome RPG, but I know nothing about 3D modeling or animation. And I don't know much about programming either. I did say I work in the IT field, but right now all I'm doing is QA. I'd like to learn some programming at some point, but right now all I do is testing. And as far as that goes, since I don't have the skill set to make the game on my own. Plus, if you look at the credits for games like the one that I have the idea for, you notice that those credits are pretty long. Even if I had all those skills, it would probably take forever to do on my own. But what I have been doing, I've been typing my ideas into a Word document. I've written for 19 different characters. I've drawn concept art for 5 of them. And I've written a short synopsis. I'm working on a long one. And I might even at some point write parts of a dialogue script, maybe even to write an entire one. It's probably going to be really long, and probably it would take forever to do. I mean, usually a lot of these games have multiple people working on that, but I suppose I could do that on my own. And what else could I do? Unfortunately, if I were to get this idea out there, I would need to pitch it to developers. And that brings forth another problem. Most developers want to do their own games. They don't want to do someone else's. So, someone would have to believe in the idea. Although I could at least make a trailer for it. But then again, I'd have to still get my 3D modeling skills and 3D animation skills first existent and then up to par before I did that. Although I suppose I could first make a cartoony type trailer and then reuse all the audio from that one into one that's done on 3D models. Again, all my concept art for my characters that I've drawn so far is also cartoony. In the final game, they would be 3D models, and I would have to show my art to a really skilled artist who could make more photorealistic skins for the 3D models that look more like real people than the cartoon art that I've drawn. Because I don't really have the skill set to draw photorealistic looking people. I can draw cartoony looking people, and it's funny because I used real photographs of people as reference. I had a face model, a body model, and a hair model for each character. And that's how I did that. But again, I would have to show the concept art to an artist who could take my cartoony looking characters and then make more photorealistic versions. So, if I were to bring this idea to life, I'd need to find some people to work with. And as far as the idea itself goes, I'm pretty much going to keep most of it under wraps for now, but I may at some point in the future do a video blog talking about that in further detail. And let's see. That is pretty much that as far as that goes. And what else? Lay's Layaways podcasts. I may do one more, but honestly, I don't really get much enjoyment out of doing those. So, after that next one, if I decide to do it at all, I'll probably just, after that, stop and then shift focus to just using this channel for my music, my hobbies, and personal stuff. I don't know. I guess I was trying to be Bill Maher or Jon Stewart, but what could I do on that front that those guys cannot do a million times better to a larger audience? Not a lot, if anything at all. But I did say for years, and I still want to do this, to do a long video blog talking about living with an autistic spectrum disorder and what that's like for me. I know I said I was going to do that for years now, and I haven't gotten around to it. Plus, it would be a long video, and I'd probably need a script or at least an outline. I mean, this video right here, most of my videos are scripted. This one right here, I don't have a script for, hence some pauses or speech flubs that you may have experienced watching this. So, yeah, most of my videos are scripted, but this one is not. I've just pretty much ad-libbed it, although this is a second, actually not a second take. There was a bunch of takes earlier, and then I nailed one flawlessly, but the audio levels on my board were too high, so it clipped, and I had to go back and film it again, which is what you're watching right now. But it's all good. Anyways, I look forward to posting more videos sometime soon. So you guys, my friends, fans, subscribers, you guys are awesome. So stick around. And thanks for watching. Peace.